Welcome everyone, Kyle here. Welcome back to the channel for another WWE Mattel Elite Series 89 unboxing and review. And today we unbox one that is no stranger to the Elite line in the last couple of years, that being Drew McIntyre. But I'm excited about this one as we finally get a twist on Drew McIntyre. I remember when he first debuted this attire, I gotta say it was WrestleMania, wasn't it? Or right around there? I think it was WrestleMania. I don't know. Going off the top of my head. I said, oh, you know that's going to be an action figure. And here we are 6 months or so later. We've got Drew McIntyre in his kilt like a young Roddy Piper. And then he has a sword with him like a young Highlander. And there can only be one. There can only be one Mattel Elite, much like Highlander, that comes with a sword. And that's going to be Drew McIntyre. So I'm excited for finally a twist on Drew McIntyre. So let's see what's going on. And we're going to do this review like we do all the other reviews on the channel. We're going to take a look at the packaging. We're going to talk about it. We're going to unbox it. We're going to talk about it. And we'll see where it goes from there. And we're going to compare it to some other Drew McIntyre figures as well at the end of the video. So let's take a look at the packaging first. Got the brand new packaging we got with Elite 89. First time in the new packaging for 2022. I would assume this will be hitting the stores probably the end of the year, most likely early beginning of the year. You can get this via Ringside Collectibles right now. Use discount code Kyle. Save 10%, as I always say. You got Drew McIntyre looking only like he can look down here. You got Drew McIntyre's name, so you know who it is. You got the WWE logo, so grandmas know what they're picking up. You got Elite 89, you got the Elite logo, and then you got Drew looking only like he can look in the package. Love this sword. I can't wait to see how this sword ends up looking. You got Drew McIntyre on the side right there. WWE logo, Elite logo on there. Series 89. This always brings me back to the old school Elite packaging when I see this side here with the angles and curves and stuff like that. UPC, stuff like that on the bottom. And then you get to the back of the package. You got the tail of the tape. You got the little blurb. You got the cross sell down below. We'll see what's going on there with old Drew McIntyre. From Ayr, Scotland, 6'5", 265 pounds, 120 kilograms, if you're keeping track at home. Finisher, the old Claymore. WWE Champion, Raw Tag Team Champion, and Intercontinental Champion are his career highlights. The Scottish Warrior embraced his roots, adorned himself in battle heirlooms, and slayed Randy Orton for the WWE Championship. I wish it would have said WWE Championship at WrestleMania, but if that's not the case, I guess it shouldn't say that. But it would have been nice to see the event. That's one good thing AEW does in the Unrivaled and Unmatched line is on the back of the package. They do show what event this is from, which is, I think, a cool feature. I wish there was more of a blurb on their packaging. So if you could put the best of both worlds together, you'd have the perfect packaging. So one of these days when I start my own wrestling figure collection, and I'll start my own, and I'll start selling wrestling figures. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to build them together. Everybody seems to have a wrestling figure line these days. I might as well throw my hat into the ring. We're going to make all big, jacked up dudes. First series is going to be all guys in face paint. Second series, masked wrestlers. Third series, all tattooed wrestlers. We're going all out in Kyle's wrestling figure toy line. Kickstarter to come. Be ready. Be prepared. There you go. Or maybe not. Or maybe not. Once again, I keep forgetting about this tape on here. It's going to take me a while to remember there's tape on the top, tape on the top, tape on the bottom, tape on the side. Where the old Elites, tape on the side only. So it's a habit, you know. When you're see you later and on a daily basis, it's tough to break habits. It takes a while, you know. There it goes. See you later. Packaging. Let's see old Drew in the plastic prison. So every Mattel Elite I've unboxed in this line so far seems to have a little side eye going on with that True Effects. Sometimes True Effects is great, sometimes it's absolutely god-awful. I don't want to say these are god-awful, but I don't think everybody should have this shifty side eye going on. He's got a little of that going on here as well. But boy, this looks like a very toyetic, very cool figure. I like the looks of this one a lot. I'm not the biggest Drew McIntyre guy in the land. He is not my favorite of all time by any means, but boy, I like the looks of this figure a whole lot. So there he is in the plastic prison. We got extra hands. Of course we did. We got the sword. Very exciting to get a sword accessory in a wrestling figure. And there it goes. See you later. Bam, there it is. So he's got his patented heavy metal hands. We always talk about it. Drew always comes with these. You know, he used to have the face with the hair all down. He'd be like this, you know, like a maniac. But he's always in that front row of those metal shows. He's one of those guys just going like this. Just doing that in the front, where I'm more of this guy. It's the power. It's the new wave British heavy metal. We're powering through. Or you can do this one. If Dio's up there, especially on stage, you do this one. But I'm just not the guy that is, like this. It just weirds me out. We talk about that a lot on the channel, but you guys know where I'm coming from. But you got Drew McIntyre here, a fabulous figure. This is a fabulous figure. I think this is going to be a hot seller out there. Drew McIntyre, very popular on TV all the time. Getting his new look, I really do feel this was what was missing. I always felt like he was a little shoved down our throats a little bit. But, man, he's come a long way from, like, his first Elite, which, why don't I grab that right here? We'll just show it. That's his first Elite figure. I mean, that looks like a little kid out of high school. I mean, it doesn't even look like anything. But growing your hair real long, growing a big beard, putting on a lot of muscle mass, throwing a kilt on, grabbing yourself a sword, man, what more do you need? That's going to take you to the next level, and that's what it's done for Drew McIntyre. New head sculpt on this one. I do like this a lot. The eyes being a little off. But I do like the hair on this. I like the face. I feel like the head size is right. I always felt like his older Elites had more of a squished in head, kind of, where this has got his little longer head than longer face. I don't know if I can articulate that quite right, but that looks really good to me. And like I said, we do have the extra hands. Then we got 2 gripping hands here. We definitely needed 1 gripping hand. I really would have liked to seen one of these hands traded out for a fist. Yes, you guessed it. Wrestling figures should always have fists. Mattel put a fist in with every figure. That's what should be done. These are wrestling toys. I know the fist is illegal, but they need to be there. I know they need to be there. But man, I like this. It's Drew McIntyre body mold. We do get these forearm gauntlet. I don't know if that's the right word, but forearm protectors. Really looking menacing there. I wonder if those do pull off with the hand. Let's see. Let's find out. They do. So that is cool. So it's part of some entrance gear you can take off. So we've got a lot of new molds here. We got new kilt. We got new forearm things. We got a new sword. There is a lot going on here. I like these. The silver looks very majestic. It looks like, you know, he's out there in Highlander or something, defending the Scottish people. Very cool. Then we got knee pads with him, of course, with his logo on him. So that is something new. The skirt, oh, how dare I call it a skirt? A kilt. Excuse my language. The kilt is removable, looks extremely solid. It's got the Polly Pocket style, which that's what we want. Maybe down the road cloth goods, but I think in this case, this Polly Pocket works tremendous. I like the looks of it. It's got the, I don't know what this thing's called, but Piper always had one hanging down. Just always looks fabulous. It is a nod to Roddy Piper. I could see if they ever did the Dream 2-packs again. You remember those All-Stars 2-packs that were, you know, it was like Macho Man and CM Punk, and they did, maybe that wasn't it. Was it Morrison and Macho Man, I think, was the pack I'm thinking of. But they did a classic guy and a modern guy. I could see Drew McIntyre and Roddy Piper in a 2-pack. Maybe we'll get one of those one day. But a lot of cool decorations there. It's got the flannel, the blue. Very Drew McIntyre. So they nailed it right there. I love it. Just a lot to like. And Drew, big, tall, lean, looking fabulous here. And I should have put, when I pulled that hand out, I should have put this one in so he can hold the sword, because we're going to need to see how he holds this sword. But first, let's put him on a ringside collectible stand. I'm sure he'll fit perfectly, like I always say. Spend your money on your figures, not your stands. RingsideCollectibles.com. Use discount code Kyle, save 10%. So now we got this sword. So it's a silver sword, just kind of gray plastic. It's not like metallic-y, which I would have liked, but obviously that would cost a little bit more money. But some good decorations to it with the gold. I don't know what you call these parts, but the handle parts. And then you got the brown handle with the gold, and you got the little decoration on the bottom. So I think they did as best as they possibly could do at Mattel for this. I mean, they're not going to go above and beyond and make this some $10 sword, but it looks fabulous. I don't know who would display Drew McIntyre without this sword. He must have here. I'm sure there's going to be child federations out there where he's chopping people's heads off in the ring. And it's much easier to do now, is with Elite 88, we know all heads are removable from these wrestlers now. So you can just pop them off, twist and pull. Very simple, great for customizers out there, and great for head chopping action with Drew McIntyre. Should say Drew McIntyre does come with the double jointed elbows, but once again, much like Bobby Lashley, he's got the pinless elbows. So really makes the cleaner figure. From afar, it looks so clean. I really like it. The future is now. I said it before, it's like Dippin' Dots. It truly is like Dippin' Dots. Like it a lot. So there's a lot to like about this Drew McIntyre. You put him next to old school Drew McIntyre, you wouldn't even guess they're the same people, or same person, I guess you would say. Just looks totally crazy. And then you grab him and you put him next to Elite Series 83. You know, we got so many Drews over the last year. We got that Survivor Series one with the Raw shirt. We got the NXT one with the hair down. I thought that was a pretty good one. And then we got a lot that looked very similar. And top picks, of course. But we're finally getting a Drew that really stands out differently. This one's going to really pop on a shelf. Dare I say he might be front row worthy in one of my D12 cases. He very well could be. I like this one a lot. I do think this is going to be a hot seller out there. Just a fabulous figure going on. A lot of good stuff here, a lot of new here. That's why some of the guys maybe don't get as many accessories and things, because a guy like Drew, he's taken up a lot of that budget, and that makes sense to me. And I'm here for it all day. So Drew McIntyre, extremely solid. I love this one. So there it is, Mattel Elite Series 89, Drew McIntyre. So there you have it. I hope you enjoyed this WWE Elite Series 89 unboxing and review. Make sure you leave me a comment down below. Make sure you like this video. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. And of course, follow me on social media at SirPaul64 on Twitter, _Kyle_Peterson on Instagram, and of course, ProWrestlingTees.com. For Elite Series 89, I'm Kyle. See you guys all real soon.